And welcome to yet another episode, Coach Keyton Crawford here on the Crawford Podcasting Network with my great friend, fellow Quaker. He's a former Spartan lineman. He's Kerry Keyton, and he is all excited. High school football is starting this Thursday night, and then the following week, Labor Day weekend, what at least I call the greatest weekend of all. How many weekends? 52 weekends. With Labor Day, and there's football, college football, and high school football, and pros are lingering. But this is our week to get all geeked up for high school football. Kerry, welcome.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
What's up? Beautiful. Well, hey, there's been high school games on ESPN all weekend. So,
what, next weekend or this weekend?
No, this weekend. The number
I
one
did
team
not
in
know
the.
that. People don't realize in the state of Ohio, I think in Ohio they play 10 games. Texas has played 10 games, regular season games in high school for decades. When I covered high school football down in the early 80s, Michigan always plays 9. So they have another week. And, wow, that's super exciting.
Yeah. Watch the number one team in the country. Well, the defending national champion yesterday, Buford, with that $65 million stadium that they have.
Where are they out of?
Texas.
Okay.
Buford, Texas. Yes, absolutely beautiful stadium down there. Just unreal. Better than the majority of lower level D1s and down. Better than that.
It is like an arms race has come to big time high school football. And those are certain states you can pinpoint. Texas, obviously. California is in that category.
Sure.
Georgia is big. South Carolina and North Carolina getting more prominent.
Yeah. Buford's in Georgia. I'm sorry. Buford's in Georgia.
That's what I thought. Because something tells me Georgia seems to jump up. And
I apologize.
Let me tell you something about Georgia versus Florida. Florida's got raw talent. Georgia's got talent up the wazoo, but they got coaching, way better coaching, high school coaching in the state of Georgia than they do Florida because they pay them. They pay them a lot of money in Georgia, high school football coaches like they do in Texas, Pennsylvania.
And Florida just changed the law where they can pay coaches like administrators. So
they finally seen the light.
They're catching up.
Yeah.
No, it's big time. It's important down there for those people, and they spend the money accordingly.
They do.
The stands were packed. And you figure at $7 a head, $8 a head. It was funny because you watched the Buford sideline.
Yeah.
They had more adult males that looked like in coaching type roles than dang near players. It was literally a college sideline. It was so many people.
They put resources into it. And some people think this is insane. It's stupid. It's not proper perspective on what it should be. I'm not judging it. I'm just saying that's the way it is in Georgia. And you wonder why Georgia has all that. University of Georgia has all the resources. The talent to tap from.
Here's the deal. So you built that big old stadium, right? Spent $60 million plus or whatever. Well, your team wins the national championship. Well, what is that going to do?
Yeah.
That's going to bring in a lot more money and donors and everybody else. And so guess what? Now all your other programs are going to be benefiting from that football team winning a national championship and the recognition. So everybody's winning.
This is why, and this is the truth. Kirby Smart spends his day texting recruits. Like 90% of every day From what I hear, he is a text recruit kind of guy. That's his number one focus. He's got an incredible coaching staff. And, Kirby Smart's a great coach. I'm not, but I mean, he loves to recruit. And it shows.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
When you have all those people, you can just drive to. I mean, you don't have to go down the state of Florida, but that's pretty close. You can go. Alabama's got great high school football. South Carolina's really ramping up. North Carolina, surprisingly, not just a basketball school. That's a high school football resource as well. So I'm not saying that state of Michigan is doom and gloom, but it just doesn't have – it can't match the emphasis, the importance of high school football, the caliber of high school football in Michigan, because they don't have spring practicing. It's just different.
It's different, and to be bluntly honest, it's just not that important to people.
Right.
It's just not that important, because if it was, then things would be done, and it starts at the top with the MHSAA just being so far behind times that in the rules and allowing things to happen and getting things done that will benefit the kids. Like I tell you, they're always worried about the wrong thing. Who cares if the uniform jersey is touching the pants? That's not important. It has nothing to do with the competitive advantage of a football game. If the kid wants his jersey hanging out, let it hang out. If somebody grabs it, tackles him, that's his fault. So what? Right? And we're worried about visors, and we're worried about all these things. Worry about what we can do to make the experience better and give our kids opportunities so that they can reach higher goals. Because we all know not everybody, we talk about it all the time. This percentage of kids is going to go play college, which is fine, and then that it just keeps getting smaller as you go. So that's why, in my opinion, like I need to make this high school experience as best as possible for the kids I'm dealing with, because
that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And they can look back at that, and they can embrace it with pride and talk about it, and have war stories with their buddies, and
10, 20 years from now when they had the reunions and
oh my God.
That's the best.
Right. Yep.
So I don't know. That's just me.
I agree. And speaking of high school football celebrating, we're going to be celebrating at Leroy's Tuesday night.
Tuesday.
Keys to the City. I mean, Jimmy's put a lot of work into this.
Yes, he has.
He's going to be there from 4 to 8. I'll be there. I mean, we're going to do a podcast between 6:30 and 8, but I'll be there probably before 6. But I want to get the official title, High School Hometown Hangout Series. And I really commend Jimmy, your brother, for doing this, because it's basically drawing attention to Lansing area high school football, which needs a little recognition, needs a little morale boost, I think. Participation numbers are going back up a little bit. Dan Bogan's doing a great job at Eastern getting guys out. I mean, Jalil's doing, super job over there at Everett, and it's Sexton, and we're all going to celebrate the high schools. I'm looking forward to that on Tuesday night. That's
absolutely
over on South Cedar, that's on the west side of the street between Baker and Mount Hope, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. We're going to be the first. The inaugural kickoff. It should be good, hopefully. And while it's not just for football. Football is the focus, but he's inviting everybody. If you gotta just come out to Leroy's between 4 and 8, get you something to eat. Leroy's got really good food, got good hamburgers. The podcast will start. Everett's gonna go first at 6:30, and then Sexton at 7. With Coach Willie Dillard and a player, Jalil and a player, and then at 7:30, Dan Bogan, of course, from Eastern will be there with a player for interviews and that kind of stuff. And then But yeah, no, bring your alumni, come out, support your squad, the J Dubs, the Vikings, the Quakers, come out and support Lansing.
Mhm.
This is your opportunity to show out and show up and kick off the season in friendly banter, let's say.
And that's the way it should be. And you know what? I think Lansing guys over the years, we've had friendly banter. I mean, I knew guys from Sex. I knew guys from Everett, Waverly. I mean, and I saw that at the Greater Lansing Sports Hall of Fame on Thursday night when Drew and Denzel Valentine, and it's like everybody knows, and Courtney Scott there, he's there from Waverly. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody, Dave Allen from Harry Hill. I mean,
Dave
everybody
Allen,
knows.
Dave Allen was a problem back in the day. I'm
I
trying to tell
heard,
you.
and Debbie Ken, who went to Eastern,
Yes, yes,
I mean,
I know Debbie
on
King.
and on. And John Holmes is up there. He's had some health issues. His son spoke for it was eloquent, and then Izzo knocked it out of the park, typically as he does. It was just a great event, and it made me sitting there be prideful that I'm from Lansing. That I live in East. I mean, we're all Greater Lansing. I keep saying that we're Greater Lansing. This is our community, and Bob Every does an amazing job. This was the 50th celebration, and he puts his heart and soul into that. It was a lot of fun on Thursday night.
Yeah, I mean, I watched those videos, man. That's amazing. The Valentine brothers, and then
they were funny. Everybody was great. Everybody was
yeah.
Yeah.
It really seemed like truly a celebration of Lansing.
It was.
Just in general,
It was.
I watched Debbie Kent pitch when I was just a young guy, man. She used to bring them in there back in the day. Yes, sir.
She was one. I mean, she went to Foster, Pangill Eastern. I mean, she went to Foster. I mean, I were in the playground at Foster on the gravel. I mean, she'd be playing with a ball. It was like intimidating.
Yeah.
She was in my grade. I mean, wow.
Yeah, no, that was that was really awesome. And like I said, like Dave, we talked about it. I talked with my brother too, but I talk about some of these kids and these coaches like baseball. I'm like, you guys have no idea how good Lansing baseball was back in the 80s.
Oh my God.
I mean, like Hill, Everett, Sexton, Eastern, they were all good. Grand Ledge was just a little bit better. Waverly was awesome. I mean, East Lansing was good.
Baseball team. Waverly and Grand Ledge, those two were a rivalry. When they were in the old West Central before the CW. I mean, I'm going back when you were a little toddler.
Yeah, I probably wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, Kerry Keyton as a toddler. That's something that's hard to even visualize. But no, those two schools, I mean, there'd be fights. I mean, it was wicked, man.
That's a good old.
Just go there and watch them fight in front of Sully's drive-in, just as a spectator sport.
That was, I mean, those Diamond Classic days, man. Shoot, Municipal was. I used to get so pissed off when they played those games down at Lugnut State. It's a great stadium down there, but
I know, but it's not
playing at Municipal was the best of the best. And now playing at Michigan State is like perfect. Michigan State is perfect venue for that environment. But Municipal, hey, if you played the early game or you played the late game, you better go watch the early game or you be parking at Sears, baby.
No, you'd be parking at Sears. And Muni, the fence, they'd be halfway down the right field line, halfway down 2 or 3 deep.
Absolutely.
For the Diamond Classic, at least the Final Four, the semis and finals.
Jam-packed.
Jam-packed. Be nice. I mean, finally, the weather be nice. That'd be late May, early June. It was great.
Anyway. Amazing times.
So, who do you expect to? I mean, obviously, there's the typical suspects. DeWitt is always good. They're opening down at Wayne State, taking on Grand Rapids, Kennewaw Hills, kind of testing their outstate talent levels. But who do you think in our area is going to be especially good. Do you have any vibe on that? I mean, yeah, I did use some surveillance on some of those scrimmages, but what's popped out to you, Kerry?
I mean, definitely, obviously, defending state champion, and they bringing a lot back. The Ridley kid really did well during track season, and I would assume he's had a really good off season this summer. They have to replace the quarterback, obviously, so and it's a system thing there. So if they do that, they'll be fine. Hand the ball off to that kid, 20 times a game, they'll be all right. Grand Ledge is returning a lot. I watched Okemos. They're very improved.
So tell our listeners, 45 kids on the varsity at Okemos.
Yeah, 45 out there.
Those guys, damn, well done.
Yeah,
well
FA,
done.
FA and Javi and Rufus, they out there doing it.
Well,
They got them young fellas.
Yeah, Rufus is coaching with them. I forgot about
that.
Yeah,
they got them young fellas out there, and they were competing. They were down a few kids. They were down some kids, from injuries during obviously practices and whatnot. But they competed well versus Eastern, and Godwin Heights was a playoff team that was there. They had a really nice quarterback, Godwin Heights, left-handed kid, really, really nice quarterback. And then the Sterling Heights team. So there was some good competition out there. I heard that Everett competed well down in Jackson with Portage, and I don't know who the fourth one was there. I heard Waverly did very well at their scrimmage. So, things are, guys are getting second chances. It's like Corey's second year, so he's had a chance. I will say this. There was a lot of kids, because, I worked there, so I would see them coming out of the gym before school 2-3 times a week, all winter long, and in the spring, putting work in. Okay. And as we all know,
that's the weight room.
You gotta put the work in, and those young men have put the time in out there. So I'm expecting. I don't believe they'll be 0-9 this year.
Okay, I wanna throw this note out to you. I debate if I wanted to throw this out, but I'm gonna throw it out. Or throw it out there. Okay. So, have you been to the Everett High School weight room?
We had it redone.
How is
it? It's very nice. We had it redone. We have I wish we had moved it. I wish we had filled our pool in and put it in there, which maybe we can still maybe eventually, but we put it in the same place it is down in the basement. But no, they spent some good money down there for us.
Okay.
For Jaleel.
Okay. Here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is my point. It's like Urban Johnson was here this weekend. He's got the big fundraiser last night, $200 dinner, 800 people.
$200.
$200 a plate dinner.
Hell no.
Okay, let me hear me out. So he had 800 people there, and it's a fundraiser for the Y. They did an auction. It was awesome. But I would love to see Urban donate a bunch of money. I mean, the guy is worth 1 billion with a B, okay? I like to have him give a little bit more back to his alma mater in terms of whatever facility, whatever, and also to Sexton and Eastern. That's just me. I like him to give back a little bit more because it shouldn't even bat an eye at it. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, as you know, I was a phys ed teacher in the Magic Johnson Gymnasium, and I wouldn't want my name on that gym.
You would not?
No.
Why?
Because it's nothing special or nothing. I mean, besides the fact that he played in it.
Okay.
I would have if I had his means, I would have built me a gym that was warranted of my name on that campus somewhere. But that's me. If I had the means, I would have built me a Magic Johnson Gymnasium that was, it's not the one I played in, but I'm going to build, you know what I'm saying? I would have built one for me, if I had the means. But, that you never want to you never want to count another man's pockets. It would be nice.
It would be nice.
It would be nice, but at the same time, it's funny you said that. We always used to try to get stuff done. I tried for years to get a stadium at Eastern, got shot down. We always used to try to get stuff. If there was somebody wanted to donate something, they would come back with, well, we have to do it for all three schools. It's not fair. There's one of Coach Rocco's good friends, older gentleman, passed away. He was going to actually be the coach at Eastern at one time, and he wanted to redo the locker rooms and stuff like that. And they told him he couldn't because it wouldn't be fair to the other. I am a firm believer, and if you want something done, you got to go out and hustle it and get it done yourself. If you want it, you can't sit around and wait for other people to help you. However, in this one aspect, I think is absolutely unfair. Eastern has had their stadium for how many ever years now and has turf. The fact that Sexton and Eastern do not have turf on their football fields.
Sexton and Everett.
Sexton is absolutely travesty. It's not fair. We used to be the mecca of Division I, Division II, playoff football. Mm-hmm. There was always a Division I or II or both one in Lansing that weekend. Semifinals, but we don't have turf. Okay. We have two of the best stadiums, and we can't do it now.
Okay, so a turf what's cost right now, like $1 million plus or whatever to put a new.
No, field. It's not even that. It's not. You get it done for
$100,000. Okay, then how about Irving? You write a check for $800,000 and put the new field at Everett High School.
I mean, it could be that simple. Okay. It truly could be that simple. But see, this is what you do though. You got to think outside the box, and so you get a consortium. You say, look, we have two fields, and then you go out to Waverly and say, hey, Waverly, we could get you in on this deal too, and then you can go to Hope and say, hey, we could get you in. So now you tell the companies, they look, we got 4 teams that want to get turf, 2 this summer, 2 next summer. We need to bang this out. Let's get this done.
That's no different.
And now your price to come down.
Yeah.
Way, but you got to work together, and you got to think outside the box to get stuff done.
That's no different than my neighbors. 3 or 4 of us got together. We all need a new roof, so we went to the same company, and they're putting their big disposable bins out there, and so they're more efficient. And boom, 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 and we got a price cut. I mean, that's how you're explaining it.
Absolutely, that's how you gotta. We may all be competitors against each other when the competition, but you have to work. You got to work together to get things done when you need to get things done. And if that means reaching out and say, hey, let's partner with this and to try to get this done for the kids, because at the end of the day, it's only going to benefit your programs and your school. And, who's to say that you couldn't have Division I? If Holt got turf, they got a big old stadium. You get Division I at Everett and Holt, semifinals, and then you get Division II at Grand Ledge and Sexton, and Division III at Waverly and Okemos. We could have semifinal weekend right here in Greater Lansing. How much money does that bring into the neighborhood?
Okay, so I'm just
people
saying.
Coming in.
I'm just saying.
Hotels, restaurants, grocery stores, gasoline. Everybody wins.
So on Tuesday night, when we're over at Leroy's, I'm not gonna do it on the air, but I'd like to talk to the 3 coaches and find out what are their needs. What are their needs? Do you have everything you need, resource-wise, to build a competitive high school program of the three Lansing School District high school football programs? I'm just curious if they have what they need. Resource. In terms of preparation equipment, all that stuff. I'm just curious.
Sure.
Maybe they got everything they need. Maybe they got everything they need. I don't know. I'm just saying. There's one guy who could help out. It should help.
He could be a game changer for a lot of people in Lansing. But like again, I'll be the last person to count
I'm not
another
saying
man's
that. Yeah, I know.
pockets. But
I
it
know.
would be when you see all the things that he does do.
Yeah.
It would be nice. It would be nice.
Okay. In Los Angeles and stuff.
Yeah.
Lansing Brett started here.
It's unfortunate his dad's show got canceled yesterday.
I know. I was so bummed. We were all going to go. Me and Sully and Teddy were going to go out. We ended up going over to Sparty's because, I mean, I really enjoyed that show last year in the church parking lot. And I was over at Francis Park. But that rain, it was so volatile yesterday.
Yeah,
it was.
I woke up to that.
It's like,
I woke up to that. That was
it's like this shit ain't happening.
Yeah, that was because my buddy, he drove to a show in his Merc to the Gilmore. And I'm like, hey man, are you really gonna go? He's like, yeah. Like, yeah, no. Carrie's turning over and is cuddling back in the covers.
Yeah. All right. Well, we gotta wrap it up. Final thoughts here on Coach Keyton Crawford here in the Crawford Podcasting Network.
I will say this. I was able finally, my body allowed me a little bit to got out to practice on Monday to watch the Spartans. Okay. And there was some very good competition. Both sides. It was some good plays by the offense, good plays by the defense. You know, you never want to see it where like the defense is making all the plays because that just tell you that your offense sucks. Or the offense is making all the plays because that just tells you your defense sucks. So it was a combination of the two. There was some good runs and there was some good, TFLs and that kind of thing. So and the energy was there, the competition was there. So that was exciting to see. Got to see my old teammate Tony Manders was at practice. So Big Tone was out there, came back. So that was pretty cool. Talked to him, chopped it up, and then. But yeah, I was encouraged. We didn't have any scrimmages, but I mean they were live tackling, which that was kind of different. They took people down, which, like, whoa, okay. So it was live. Well,
eventually, you got to. I mean, you have to emulate what's going to happen in the game. Eventually, you got to go live, right? I mean, come on.
I mean, yes and no. You don't have, like I said, you don't have those margins of winning.
I know.
And then you don't have, our
or durations.
It'll be that thing where our twos comparable, when the ones come out to take a breather as the second guy that goes in, you know what I'm saying? It'll be that kind of thing. So, but that's everybody. But that's the difference between like the Georgias and the Ohio States and the Oregons. When those second Indianas, when those second guys come in, they're just as good as the first guys.
No, I understand.
So, but no, it was fun. It was fun to do that and gearing up for school this week. School starting tomorrow, bright and early. Everybody get to bed early because it's going to take you a while to fall asleep for the anticipation.
Are they going to go all 5 days in the first week?
Hey, we get.
Usually there's a transition, a 2-day week here and then the back end of the Labor Day, 4-day week.
We get right after it, brother.
Wow. Getting after it. All right. As always, Carrie, you did a sensational job. Coach Keyton Crawford here in the Crawford Podcasting Network. Go out to our YouTube channel at Tom's Take Community. All one word. Give us a like and love, whatever. Subscribe for free. And as Carrie Keyton always ends it.
Always. Go green.
Go blue.